Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going through my contest preparation, diet and training 6 weeks out from my competition on June the 2nd. So this is a coaching plan devised by my coach, and his name is Marty Rice. He is the current owner of South Coast Powerhouse in Bournemouth in the UK. I've employed him to help me with my contest preparation the last 7 weeks or so, as you can see here. So I've got the full coaching package. That's the start date and that's the end date basically. So the start date is coming up already. I think it's already been like today. And the next day obviously is the competition day itself. So short-term goals, win my competition ideally. If not, just turn up shredded looking the best I've ever looked, which is absolutely possible right now. Long-term goals, it's only a short 7-week coaching plan, so there's no long-term goals really. Realistically, there's only so much we can do in 7 weeks, so it's not worth setting for the moment. Injuries, spine fusion and hip issues, I've documented that very clearly on my channel on different YouTube videos. Medical implications or medical use. Medical cannabis, which I'm prescribed by a private doctor in the UK. I don't provide it, I don't source it. Don't ask me to buy it because it's not my thing. You know, I don't do anything criminal. The next drug is a cyclovir, which is an antiviral, which I'm mostly weaned off right now, but I do keep it in occasionally. It seems to help with my viral fatigue as a result of Epstein-Barr virus, which I've accumulated twice in my life, believe it or not, which is mononucleosis, which is almost a bit like glandular fever, something like that. Anyway, we'll persist. So this is my tracker. So as you can see here, I'll try and zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So this is week 1. Basically what I do in this is it allows my coach, who's Marty, who's this muscular gentleman here, to basically suss out what's going on at what point in time. So for example, right now we're on week number, it says 5, but that's just where my start dates of like body weights I gave him were. So I've just said, okay, the day is, for example, Monday. That's my weight on Monday morning, first thing after having a wee. Then the steps that I did that day, then it just, at the end, obviously this week, it just performs like a mathematical equation to give you the average, basically. So it can work out what my average working weight has been for that week and what my steps have been. This isn't inclusive of cardio. It's just steps walking around the house, maybe walking the dog, walking around the shop, stuff like that. Then we've got here, which is scales of stress levels, train performance, strength, muscle soreness, motivation, diet adherence, digestion, appetite recovery, and menstrual cycle, which is not relevant to me. So ignore that bit. I'm not going to be filling that bit in. Definitely not. Right, then the next bit is the average sleep and sleep quality. It's the carnivores sleep less than normal people that are on an omnivorous diet, so I'm not concerned about that. As long as I'm getting about 6 hours a night, I'm fine. I don't mind taking naps during the day. If my body asks me, I need to probably add in a waist and a chest measurement at some point soon. The cardio that I've been doing, so I'm just doing 15 minutes per session at the moment after my resistance training, and that's on the elliptical trainer, the least abrasive exercise equipment I can probably use at the moment on my hips and back. Training session completed, PEDs, yes. I did take my 10 grams of creatine that day, so I did include that in my protocol, of course. These ones aren't relevant, they're just carry on from the previous section. Same with that one. It just gives me an average working weekly weight, so you obviously see this go down a bit. Now my weight isn't going to fluctuate that much at this point. I've done most of the work. I started off at about 110 kilos, 111 kilos maybe. Now I'm down to 99.2 kilos, I believe. So 6 weeks out. Pretty easily. And I've actually, interestingly, been following the same diet in terms of macronutrient value for the last 2 months. So my body fat has gone down. Activity level slightly gone up. Slightly, maybe like, probably, if you included elliptical training, maybe 2,000 steps extra a day, it works out. But yeah, I've got that much leaner doing that. Just manipulating my diet a little bit. Being a little bit stricter, things like that. And ultimately just trying to keep my fat burning up. So this is just the client roadmap, which is roughly what I'm doing right now. Obviously the start date, which was a little while ago. What phase I'm in, this is my training. What week, prep, deload. So this current week, I think 6 weeks out or 7 weeks out, is a deload. So it means I'm not training as hard in the gym. Still training hard, but just leaving some in the tank basically. And that's basically what I'm doing now. And I'll get through my training plan in the next section. But you can see here, obviously just peak week, show day. So there we go. Right, training and cardio plan. So this is my current split. So what you'll see here is I'm training 4 days per week. So 3 rest days per week. I can move these rest days around if I need it, but get 4 sessions in each week. Get between 3,000 and 4,000 steps per day, which I'm managing just about at the moment. And these just the terms, so the rep speed, cadence, if I'm doing a drop set or not, if I'm doing a Widowmaker set, if I'm trying to match the rep, or if I'm doing a rest pause set. Just a brief explanation here from Marty, which I understand, which is basically about reps in reserve, leaving a little bit in the tank sometimes, because I do have a tendency to overtrain. Given the option, I'd rather overtrain than undertrain, but that's just me. Then the train day 1 is here, so I've got a very clear layout of what I have to do. So basically it's a chest, shoulders, tricep, bicep workout. Kind of upper body, relatively speaking, apart from back. All the extra training notes, and these are subject to change each week, depending on where I'm at in my training phase, how I feel, based on the feedback I give him on my next few sessions. Now, next one is I think it's like a back, shoulders, and calves day. So yeah, pretty much the same thing. Quite a few warm-up sets. I'm only doing the lower amount of warm-up sets. Personally, I don't like warm-up sets, but it gets the job done, lubricates the joints a little bit, and probably adds a bit of junk volume, which I've been missing for a while. And it definitely gives you quite a good pump sometimes as well. So I'm not averse to that. I'm not averse to that at all. Next is a tricep extension, leg curls, leg extension, and hack squats. So quite a simple, basic, free movement, lower body split with a bit of triceps added on. These are different, although it does say hack squats twice. It's basically because I've got 2 different sets of repetition ranges. Again, with safe cadence, at least a 4-second negative, which is what I do all the time anyway, at least. Then here we have just different reps and things like that. And the last training day is a kind of like a upper back, lower back, hamstring, bicep kind of workout. You might call it like a posterior workout. I don't know. A bit of a pull day maybe. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Some of these sets are rest pause sets indicated by RP. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. Supplements, I don't personally take most of these. I have ingredients with some things in them, so I use currently N-acetylcysteine, magnesium at night and sometimes after training. I use theanine, taurine, a pre-workout product, which is a pump product, so it has things like citrulline, tyrosine, taurine in it usually, creatine, vitamin D, vitamin K2. The usual suspects that I do take. I don't take greens powders or lemon stuff or whatever else it is. Just the ones I've outlined, that's it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And anyway, to get to the point on my macros, which is not actually on here, but it's because I manage my macros, my diet side of it, because it works really well, is I've been doing 350 grams of protein, largely speaking, for the last 2 months, 50 grams of carbs or below for the last 2 months, and around about here or there, about 100 to 120 grams of fat per day for the last 2 months. I've kept that pretty steady. Sometimes it's been on the slightly lower end, maybe 340, 330 protein, maybe 40 carbs, maybe 30, maybe 20 some days. But largely speaking, that's been my macronutrient intake for the last 2 months. And I've gone from around 111 kilos to about 99 kilos at this point, doing the same diet. It just goes to show how much slight little changes, a little bit of extra tweaks here, there, with, you know, your recovery, being more meticulous about your diet, refining things a little bit. Works a treat, guys. You just have to lower the fat very gradually and get the result. Now, I've lowered the fat a lot. That's because I want to get ripped fast. I don't like wasting my time. I don't like dilly-dallying and thinking, oh, if I lose 0.1 pound per week and I do it over 40 weeks, I'll be in shit. No, too slow, too long, too depressing, too much food focus, too much to think about. Not fun. Now, bodybuilding for me is a challenge. I'm doing this as a challenge to myself, More so to see if my mind can take it. My body is struggling to take it, and I knew that'd happen. That's what makes the mindset part more important, which is more motivational for me, at least. Doing it with two invisible disabilities is quite satisfying. I do achieve a sense of self-satisfaction with it. So that's been my take on it. And I don't expect anyone to understand it at all. You're not me. You don't live in my body, so you wouldn't know. Or my mind. And I'll say just another side note towards this diet, this training, these supplements, they're not specific to you. So asking me, why do you do this? Or what is this part of your plan? It's on there. That's the plan. It's not prescriptive to you. I'm not your doctor. I'm not your coach. Probably not. I might be if you're Zbigniew or a few other people, or Steph maybe. But other than that, if I'm not coaching you, it's not relevant to you at all. None of it transpires to anything which is helpful to you at all. I'm an injured, disabled person dealing with severe spine issues, hip issues, just trying to get in the gym, get through this contest prep, get ripped out of my mind using a carnivore diet. Before anyone asks, no, I don't eat fruit. No, I don't eat honey. Do I have dairy? Yes. Do I have eggs? Yeah, but a lot less than I used to. Do I have some supplements? Yeah, the ones I've mentioned. Do I drink coffee? Yeah. 1 cup a day, sometimes 0, sometimes 3, but never really more than 3. I find I don't have more than 1 caffeinated coffee drink per day, if any, and the rest would always be decaf. I don't like stimming myself out. But I'm applying lots of biohacks, so red light therapy, near infrared therapy, blue blocking glasses I use. What else do I do? I sleep grounded. I go outside as much as possible. I try to get sunlight at least 3 times per day for at least 10 minutes each time. I usually take a cold bath or a cold shower, not always, but usually on my rest days, and rest days only, not on training days. And that's pretty much it. Not much else to tell you really, other than, drink to water, salt to taste, stuff like that. All the basic biohacky, simple stuff that seems to make sense based on our evolutionary past. Now, if anyone's wondering about coaching, consultations with me, diet, training plans, I offer an excellent ebook called Beef Up Carnivore Bodybuilding Bible. Check them out on our website, compositionconsultant.com. Otherwise, if you wanted to get in touch with my coach and see if he can coach you, his name is Marty Rice, and he represents South Coast Powerhouse. You can find him on Instagram on there. Great guy, great chap. Works hard, takes a lot of pride in what he does, so I do recommend him as a coach. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Appreciate the time. Please remember to hit like, leave a comment below. Let me know what you're doing right now for your fat loss progression. And also hit subscribe if you have not yet already. Thank you.
Build muscle and lose fat on the carnivore diet.